the only option is to drop it somewhere horrible or go back to the tee.
So let's have a look at this ditch on the 17th in a little bit more detail. The main problem that we've got is that it points straight at the green. I've tried here on this image just to draw in where the edge of the penalty area is. Worth noting, the red stakes do not define the edge of the penalty area. The penalty area is indicated by red or indeed yellow stakes if it was a yellow penalty area. The edge of the penalty area is where the ground breaks down. So I've tried to indicate that on here with these red lines. Now, if we have a look at the plan, which is pretty accurate if you compare it to an overhead or aerial photograph, you see that line back from the pin located kind of near the front of the green is going right along the penalty area. It's even a bit worse if it's at the back of the green, where it maybe actually crosses over slightly towards the fairway side eventually. So that gives us the problem. Again, if you look at it, I've tried to put on the back on line there. You see how it pretty much runs along the edge of the ditch. And of course, as you come back, you've only got one club length, so you can't get out onto that nicely mown area. You'll be dropping it in the heather, and also probably somewhere that's pretty difficult to stand if you're a right-hander as well.
Okay, so what can we do about this? Well, when we had the Rose Ladies series here, we looked at this and concluded that kind of gives a double penalty almost. If playing into, you find your ball in this penalty area, there's nowhere reasonable to drop it, you've got to go back to the tee. So we put in a local rule, and I think the club are possibly going to adopt it now as well, to allow opposite side relief on this red penalty area only on this golf course.
Well, when we have penalty areas such as this one, or indeed often if you have a red penalty area that is right up against an out of bounds and there is no possibility of taking lateral relief or back on line if the ball is crossed in from the out of bounds side, we will then put in a local rule to allow the opposite side relief for that particular penalty area. So this is what it would look like. 2 club lengths from the point on the other side of the penalty area, that point being equidistant from the hole as the point where the ball last crossed in, and taking that for your 2 club lengths for lateral relief. This allows the golfer to continue play. In this particular instance, there is no reasonable option for taking the lateral relief or the back on line. So they would be walking back to the tee if they find the ball in the penalty area.
So now what I can do, I've found the opposite side, equidistant from where I crossed in. My reference point is just on the edge here. I'll use a yellow ball, hopefully you'll be able to see that. 2 club lengths from there. And you can see that is a much nicer place to drop into. So I've got the ball back in play. Too many yellow balls in my pocket. Here we go. So I can now drop in there. That's just stayed inside, so I can actually play this ball.